Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you all had the best International Women's Day yesterday. To celebrate that, I thought that I would do a video today that I've been dying to do but I've been too nervous to do at all, and that is a glam, simple, everyday makeup look, and I hope you all enjoy. So to start off my makeup look today, I've already prepped and primed my face, so I used my Revolution moisturizer and primer. I didn't really want to show that because I make some ugly faces when I put my primer on for some reason. So the two foundations that I use, in the past I used to use one shade of foundation the whole year round, which obviously when it came to winter I looked like a really bad skin tone because I was just too dark for the rest of my skin, because in the winter, as the most of us do, unless we fake tan, I go really pasty. So in the winter I use NARS Salzburg in L3.5, but in the summer I use NARS Barcelona in M4. Barcelona, they look a bit of a similar colour. This one's just a little bit more tanned and yellowy toned, which is the colour of my skin. That doesn't sound that nice, does it? But my skin tends to go more of a golden brown in the summer, which I am very grateful for. But in the winter I am very much a white based cool foundation, unfortunately. So after I dot that around my face, I just like to buff it in with my foundation brush. I do need to treat myself to a new load of brushes when I finish university and actually get a full-time job and actually get paid, because I've had these makeup brushes for years now and I just need to clear out. So once I've buffed it in with my makeup brush, I do tend to take it down a little bit to my neck, only to make it blend a little bit better. I really do love this foundation. It is quite creamy consistency and it does set so fast. It can sometimes blend in a little bit unevenly. And it is a really nice foundation. It offers coverage but not too much coverage. It's like a medium to light coverage, not full. And I don't really like a cakey face straight away with my foundation because we build up with concealers and powder. You can look a little bit too, I don't want to use the word plastic, but plastic. So for concealer I always use the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser in #1 light, and I use this all year round because my skin goes the whitest it can possibly be in the winter, and then this still offers a nice coverage in the summer because it's extra light then and my eyes look really awake in the summer. And I use the Warm Olive in the same concealer. I've used this concealer for ages. I never switch it up because I love it so much. It offers full coverage and it's so creamy. So where I put my concealer is I make a triangle on my forehead, triangle underneath my eyes, a little line down my nose, line either side of my nose, under my chin and below my cheekbones. So basically my entire face. And then I just blend it in with my beauty blender and I just lightly press it. And then some people like to go in with their powders to set that, but I go straight in with my creamy contour and I just go a line across my forehead, on my cheekbone, and down the sides of my nose, just to make my nose appear a little bit more snatched and thinner. Because even though I do have quite a small nose anyway, it pops at the end, so it makes like a little bulb, and it can look a bit, I don't like it, but it's not bad enough to get a nose job, if that makes sense. It just needs contouring. So again, I take my beauty blender and just blend it out. And some people will notice that the fact that I've just used my foundation and my concealer on the same beauty blender, but I feel like that works best for me because the lighter colour from the concealer that's still on the beauty blender helps blend out my darker colour contour a little bit better. Just makes it look less harsh and blends in better. Okay, now we're done with the cream concealer. I go with my powder. Which powder is this? It is, I switch up my powders quite often. Whenever I run out of one, I tend to try another one. It is the Rimmel Stay Matte in 001 Transparent. Since this is a light everyday glam look, I don't want to use baking powder, plus I've not found a good setting baking powder to use on my face. I've tried the white one in, was it Too Faced? And that one set really quickly to the point where I couldn't actually wipe it off. It just left a really massive white triangle across my face. I've tried banana powder, that just again stayed and just left a yellow triangle across my face. What else have I tried? I think I've tried quite a few. So if you have a good baking powder that you love and doesn't set on your face and won't wipe off, please leave it in the comments below, because I would love to find a baking powder that actually works and sets your makeup, leaves a nice little white undertone, but also doesn't stay, and I mean stay. So to set under my eyes, I do use quite a bit of product under my eyes, only because I find that my underline creases quite a lot. So I take my Rimmel powder and I press it into my eye, and taking quite a bit of product onto my brush. Which brush is this actually? So you can tell you've had a brush for a while when the actual writing comes off. Be a Real Technique one anyway. So I also pat this into the little triangle that I made on my forehead with my concealer. Again, that's just because I get quite a lot of fine lines and wrinkles because I'm so small. I have to look up at people and it makes wrinkles on my forehead, so I have to set this with my powder. We all have our flaws, girls, it's fine. So for bronzer, just to bronze up my face, I use the MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer. I love this bronzer, and I've known quite a few girls as well that also love this bronzer. So guys, it's only when I've started editing this video that I realised that my camera died and stopped recording, and I didn't realise until I was onto my eyeshadow. So basically all I did was continued bronzing up my face with the MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer. I added a little bit of blusher from Too Faced in the Christmas palette, and I used the Morphe 35XO palette, which is amazing, in the shade Body Language, which is in the second row, second one along, which is this gorgeous neutral brown tone, which is great for a base. And then I went straight into Get the Digits, which is this gorgeous golden bronze coloured. Oh, this is so embarrassing, the fact that the camera cut and I didn't even notice, so I think the rest of it should be okay. And then taking that shade, I'm just going to put it underneath my eye, again from the inner corner to the middle, just to add a little pop of colour. Now you do have to be careful with this because you can get a little bit of product into your eye and it can really hurt. Probably should tap it. I feel like doing this, you can put a little bit too much on and then you've gone back to the 80s. Also, putting it on can make your eyes look a little bit more awake and pop a little bit more. So using body language again, I'm using my NYX little, I always call it a stubble brush, but it's not. I don't know why, it's just like a little end. To apply it to the bottom lash line. Again, halfway and then going out. Leaving that nice little gold shimmer at the start. And then I'm just going to take my NYX fluffy brush and just buff it a little bit. Just so you don't get a really harsh line. And then, because I feel like the outer corner of my eye just needs a little bit more definition in the crease. It's really hard to pick a colour. So when in doubt, yeah. So we're going to use Just Friends, which is next to Body Language. It's more of a deeper orange tone colour, which I feel like, well, that's another one, isn't it? You tap, you shake and you blow. I'm just going to apply it into the crease of my eye. Really emphasise that word, didn't I? With my taut brush from NYX. So I'm creating like a little arrow. I'm going into my crease and then down the side of my eye. I keep on saying eye in a really weird tone. I normally just say eye. I'm going eye. Girls aren't meant to talk when you're doing makeup. So sometimes you can end up with really harsh lines, and I'm just going to take my NYX fluff brush and just blend that out. I do try and get all the product off before I blend. And you're basically just taking the harsh line and blending it upwards towards your brow bone. And then I also like to use the shimmers in the eyeshadow palette just to give my brow bone that highlight. I think I'm going to use Across the Room, which is the second one along next to this lovely blue shade. I'm going to use the white shimmer Across the Room. Just going to tap it. And then taking Across the Room again with my little finger, I'm just gonna pat it into the corner of my eye with my little granny finger. Just to give your eyes a little bit more of a pop. I love this palette. I love Morphe palettes. If you get a few, you've got all the colours that you need ever. So to put in my waterline, I always like to go in with a white eyeliner. I always feel like it just brightens up my eyes and makes me look more awake, because I look half asleep and half dead all the time, because I'm so tired all the time, so this can be a saviour on most days. I normally do a little bit of eyeliner, maybe I'd probably go for a mauvey brown, but I'm not going to today because it's an everyday Glam, and we'll just do mascara, will do for now. So mascara, again, I don't really change it up. I always use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara because it is so nice. The brush is a lovely shape. The colour is so jet black and lovely. I've just shot myself in the foot. I've not set sprayed my face and I've just put mascara on. So, little tip from me, always set spray your face. Is that the right term? Spray your face with setting spray before you put mascara on because your mascara will smudge and run because it'll get wet. That different though. That's just one coat. So while we wait for this eye to dry a little bit in the hope that it won't smudge when I spray it with setting spray, I'm going to go with my brows, and I use the Benefit Give Me Brow in 4.5, which I think is the dark brown. I don't use anything else on my brows because I'm trying to let my brows grow out and I dye them quite often, so I feel like this is just a nice little filler. I do love this product. It really fluffs up my brows and adds like a little bit of a filler of the colour just to give it some definition and make it look a little bit thicker. I actually don't infill my brows anymore. I used to use this on everyday occasions, and then when I went out, when we could, I used to use my Anastasia Brow Promenade, but I don't really use this anymore. I just tend to use the Benefit Gimme Brow because my brows have grown out a little bit. It just needs a little bit of thickening up. Like, to me, that doesn't need anything more. And it's so easy and quick to do. You just literally brush your eyebrows like you're going over it with the clear gel. Obviously you get little things like that, but it's so easy just to brush away. And that is it for my brow routine. So I would 10 out of 10, even 11 out of 10, highly recommend the Gimme Brow, especially if you're just looking for a quick everyday, don't have time. Like, we all have those moments in the morning where we literally have 5 minutes to get ready, whether we've got children or we've overslept or we're just basically in a rush, and you just need to have that nice brow look, a little bit thicker. That has literally took me, I did my brows, well, I started my brows at 11:55. It's now 11:57. And my brows are done because I've literally just brushed over them with the Gimme Brow. And look how better my face looks now. I just love it so much. I didn't think it'd be possible to love a product so much, but it's just amazing. I'm just going to pray that my mascara doesn't smudge now. I use the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in Pink Light or Pinklet. I don't know. So it's got this little ball at the end, and you're supposed to get the pink powder from the bottom, just to see that. So I bought this years and years and years ago. I say years and years and years ago. It is actually years and years and years ago now because I'm 21. When I was 15, 16. And I loved it because it added a little bit of sparkle and shimmer to make my face look really dewy and glowy. Now I'm getting older, I like a dewy glow, but I don't like the fact that I've still got pink flecks all over my face like I'm 5 years old. But I can't find a fix spray, like a setting spray, that holds my makeup on as well as MAC does. But I don't like the normal MAC Fix Plus setting spray because that one doesn't hold as well as this pink light one does. I've tried the Urban Decay one. That's really good, but it is really expensive. What else have I tried? I've tried NYX, don't like that one. What else have I tried? I've tried Revolution, don't like that one. So if anyone has a setting spray that they really love, even if it's high-end or drugstore bought, any setting spray that you love and you can recommend to me is more than welcome to put in the comments, because I need a new baking setting powder and a setting spray now. See, it just leaves little pink flecks all over my face if it doesn't mix in right, but then you can mix it too much and then so annoying. But it does hold my makeup on, which is the extra annoying bit. Good news is my mascara didn't smudge. So guys, very quickly before my camera dies, 'cause it's flashing at me now, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner and the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. And yes, I overline my lips, but I feel like most of us do, so it's fine. So I like to blend in my lip liner after I put my lipstick on. And to do that, I basically just pat it in. And that is the final look for today, guys. It is very simple, yet very glam. Just a little bit of mascara just to finish it off. And I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.